Hello students, welcome to the first lecture on the topic surface chemistry. So today in this video we are going to learn the topic surface chemistry. In NCERT book the name of the topic is surface chemistry, and in Maharashtra State Board textbook, the name of the topic is Adsorption and colloids. The topic is from physical chemistry. The topic is very simple, theoretical topic, descriptive topic. It is a very good opportunity to score maximum marks on this topic. So, I wrote the name of the topic surface chemistry. Before discussing this topic, you are familiar with the word absorption. So, first I want to tell you absorption. You know more about absorption. So, you know that absorption of water by sponge water absorb करतो हे तुम्हाला माहित आहे. Absorption of ink by blotting paper, टीप कागद शाई शोषून घेतो, याला म्हणायचं absorption. त्यानंतर absorption of water on cotton. जर कापसावरती आपण वॉटर ॲड केलं तर त्या वॉटरचं ॲब्सॉर्प्शन होतं आहे. आणखीन एक एक्झाम्पल, ॲडसॉर्प्शन ऑफ वॉटर वेपर ऑन कॅल्शियम क्लोराईड. कॅल्शियम क्लोराईड ॲब्सॉर्ब वॉटर वेपर inside it. So, what is absorption? The process in which one substance penetrates through the surface of another substance and gets uniformly distributed throughout the body of the other substance is called absorption. The process in which one substance penetrates through the surface of another substance and gets uniformly distributed throughout the body of the other substance is called absorption. Absorption is bulk phenomenon. Absorption is bulk phenomenon. It doesn't depend upon temperature and pressure. It is neither exothermic nor endothermic. So this is about absorption. If you have cleared the concept of absorption, then we are going to study another concept, that is adsorption. The only difference is here is AD and here is AB. So remember, absorption is different and adsorption is different. So here I have shown a water molecule or any liquid or any solid. Suppose this is any liquid or any solid. These are surface molecules. And the remaining are inside molecules. They are bulk molecules. Are particles. The inside molecule is equally attracted from all sides by other molecules. The inside molecules are equally attracted from all sides by neighboring molecules. But you see, surface molecules are attracted by only inside, only on one side, inside. There is a residual force on the surface molecules, So surface molecules are attracted by inside molecules from one side. The upper side of surface molecules are not attracted. These are unbalanced residual forces. So these surface molecules attract other molecules on their surface. So this process is called adsorption. Surface molecules are attracted by interior forces. Due to unbalanced residual forces, they attract other molecules on their surface. This process is called adsorption. Accumulation of one substance on the surface of another substance forming a higher concentrated layer is called adsorption. You know that when we write by chalk on blackboard, the chalk particles are adsorbed on the surface of blackboard. Here I am writing using ink on whiteboard. Therefore, this ink is adsorbed on whiteboard, on the surface of whiteboard. So what is surface? The boundary between two phases is called surface or interface. The boundary between two phases is called surface or interface. Suppose this is a beaker. In this beaker, water is taken, hot water, hot H2O. And the beaker is closed. Here is water vapor. This is gaseous phase and this is liquid phase. The boundary between two phases is called surface or interface. Remember, adsorption is a surface phenomenon. Adsorption of chalk on blackboard is the simplest example of adsorption. I give you another example. When you open the door of the fridge and take out water bottle, and when that water bottle is kept for some time, water vapor from the atmosphere gets adsorbed on water bottle. That is adsorption process. I shall give you one more example. Suppose in a glass we have taken milk, and when we dip spoon in the milk and take outside, you will find that a film of milk is formed on the surface of the spoon. So this is adsorption. Now remember, the surface on which adsorption takes place is called adsorbent. the surface on which adsorption takes place is called adsorbent. The substance which gets adsorbed on the surface of adsorbent is called adsorbate. The surface on the substance which gets adsorbed on the surface of adsorbent is called adsorbate. I give you one more example. Suppose we have taken finely powdered nickel. Nickel we have taken. On this nickel surface, adsorption of hydrogen takes place. Acetic acid having formula CS3COOH, which is liquid. This liquid is adsorbed on charcoal or activated charcoal. हे पहा, ॲसेटिक ॲसिडचं ॲडसॉर्प्शन असेल चारकोलवरती किंवा हायड्रोजनचं ॲडसॉर्प्शन निकेलवरती असेल, दॅट ॲडसॉर्प्शन is not feasible. So there are three types of adsorption. Adsorption of gas on solid. Here you remember, this is suppose nickel block, and here adsorption of hydrogen takes place. Gas solid adsorption. Suppose this is charcoal. On this charcoal, acetic acid is adsorbed. Accumulation of one substance on the surface of another substance takes place. Gas liquid system. Adsorption of gas on mercury. You know that Hg is mercury. This mercury is in liquid state. On surface of mercury, gas is adsorbed. That is the example of gas liquid adsorption. So this is about the process of adsorption. Look here, the surface on which adsorption takes place is called adsorbent. The substance which gets adsorbed on the surface of other substance is called adsorbate. Adsorption is surface phenomenon. Now you see, adsorption is exothermic process. That means in adsorption, delta H is negative. Heat is given out. So adsorption is exothermic process. There is one word or one concept that I am going to explain: heat of adsorption. The amount of heat evolved when 1 mole of suitable adsorbate is adsorbed on suitable adsorbent, the heat liberated is called heat of adsorption. I repeat once again. When 1 mole of adsorbate is adsorbed on surface of suitable adsorbent, the amount of heat evolved is called heat of adsorption. So adsorption is exothermic process Therefore, it favors at lower temperature. At lower temperature. When adsorbed substance is removed by raising the temperature by lowering the pressure of the gas, the process is called desorption. So I write here desorption. The adsorbate can be removed by lowering the by raising the temperature or by lowering the pressure. टेम्परेचर वाढवल्यानंतर डिसॉर्प्शन होईल, प्रेशर कमी केल्यानंतर डिसॉर्प्शन होईल. सो डिसॉर्प्शन मीन्स द प्रोसेस इन विच adsorbate is removed from the surface of adsorbent by raising the temperature or by lowering the pressure. One more term I want to explain: sorption. The process in which adsorption and absorption takes place simultaneously is called sorption. The process in which adsorption and absorption takes place simultaneously is called sorption. एक्झाम्पल याचं सांगतोय पा, जर आपण चॉक घेतला आणि चॉक जर इंक मध्ये डिप केलं तर इंक पार्टिकलचं चॉक सरफेस वरती ॲडसॉर्प्शन होईल आणि इंक मधला जो सॉल्व्हंट आहे तो ॲब्सॉर्ब होईल चॉकमध्ये. तर चॉक ज्यावेळी आपण इंक मध्ये डिप करू त्यावेळी ॲडसॉर्प्शन पण होतंय आणि ॲब्सॉर्प्शन पण होतंय. त्या प्रोसेसला आपण सॉर्प्शन असं म्हणतोय. हे पाहिजे, एक 2 मार्काचा क्वेश्चन विचारला जातो रिपीटेडली. ॲडसॉर्प्शन आणि ॲब्सॉर्प्शन यांच्यामधला फरक स्पष्ट करा. डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन adsorption and absorption. So I am going to tell you the difference between adsorption and absorption. Adsorption is surface phenomenon. And absorption is bulk phenomenon. हे पण इथं काय होतंय, एक लेयर ॲडसॉर्ब झाल्यानंतर या पार्टिकलवरती दुसरा पार्टिकल ॲडसॉर्ब होतोय, दुसऱ्या पार्टिकलवरती तिसरा पार्टिकल ॲडसॉर्ब होतोय. याला मल्टी मोलेक्युलर ॲडसॉर्प्शन म्हणायचं. ऑन सरफेस ऑफ वन पार्टिकल another particle accumulates, that is called multimolecular adsorption. So this is surface phenomenon, this is bulk phenomenon. Adsorbed substance is concentrated on the surface of adsorbent. Here absorbed substance is uniformly distributed throughout the body of the substance. Adsorption depends upon temperature and pressure. Absorption does not depend upon temperature and pressure. It takes place with evolution of heat. In absorption, neither heat is absorbed nor heat is released. So here delta H is negative. Adsorption is exothermic process. The process in which heat is given out is called adsorption, called exothermic process, Adsorption depends upon surface area. Absorption does not depend upon surface area. So this is about difference or distinguish between adsorption and absorption. Next point I am going to explain. There are two types of adsorption. One is called physical adsorption or physisorption, and another is chemical adsorption or chemisorption or activated adsorption. Now you see, suppose this is adsorbent, and here gas is adsorbed on the surface of adsorbent. The forces between adsorbate and adsorbent are very weak in physical adsorption. Weak van der Waals forces exist between adsorbate and adsorbent. Therefore, it is physical adsorption. In chemical adsorption, look here, this is adsorbent and these are adsorbate molecules. There is strong chemical bond between adsorbate and adsorbent. There is strong chemical bonds, covalent or ionic, on the surface between adsorbate and adsorbent. Physical adsorption has low heat of adsorption, 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. In chemical adsorption, the heat of adsorption is 40 to 200 kilojoule per mole. Chemical adsorption requires certain activation energy. Therefore, it is called activated adsorption. So, this is physical adsorption. In physical adsorption, adsorbate and adsorbent are held together by weak van der Waals forces. In chemical adsorption, adsorbate and adsorbent are held together by strong chemical bonds. Adsorption of hydrogen on nickel is physical adsorption. Adsorption of oxygen on the surface of tungsten. W is the symbol of tungsten and its oxide is produced. This is chemical adsorption. Remember, if we increase the temperature, sometimes physical adsorption is converted into chemical adsorption. If we increase the temperature, sometimes physical adsorption is converted into chemical adsorption. So here is also one important point. The question will be asked for 2 marks. Distinguish between physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. Physical adsorption is also called physisorption. Chemical adsorption is called chemisorption or activated chemisorption. So I will explain the difference between physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. In physical adsorption, adsorbate and adsorbent molecules are held together by weak van der Waals forces. In chemical adsorption, adsorbate and adsorbent are held together by strong chemical bonds. It has low heat of adsorption. Chemical adsorption has high heat of adsorption. High heat of adsorption, that is 40 to 200 kilojoule per mole. Physical adsorption is non-specific. It is not specific. Hydrogen is also adsorbed. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide are also adsorbed on charcoal. But chemical adsorption is specific. Chemical adsorption is specific. This physical adsorption is reversible. That means adsorbate can be removed completely by raising the temperature or by lowering the pressure, and chemical adsorption is irreversible. Physical adsorption takes place at low temperature. Chemical adsorption takes place at high temperature. तर विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आज आपण ॲडसॉर्प्शन म्हणजे काय, ॲब्सॉर्प्शन म्हणजे काय, ॲडसॉर्प्शन आणि ॲब्सॉर्प्शन मधला फरक, त्यानंतर फिजिकल ॲडसॉर्प्शन, केमिकल ॲडसॉर्प्शन म्हणजे काय, त्याच्यामधला फरक यांचा स्टडी केला. नेक्स्ट व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण फॅक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग ॲडसॉर्प्शनचा स्टडी करणार आहोत. तर पुढचा व्हिडिओ पाहण्याआधी आपण सर्वांनी आता आज जे मी एक्सप्लेन केलं आहे ते पुस्तकातलं सगळं वाचा, त्याच्या नोट्स तयार करा, ते परत वाचा, म्हणजे तुम्हाला ह्या कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर होतील. टॉपिक अतिशय सिंपल आहे, टॉपिक डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह आहे, टॉपिक थेरॉटिकल आहे, एक्सप्लेनेशन आहे, रिॲक्शन खूप कमी आहेत. तर अशा रीतीनं हा फिजिकल केमिस्ट्रीचा टॉपिक या ठिकाणी आपण स्टार्ट केलेला आहे. व्हिडिओ शेवटपर्यंत बघितल्याबद्दल धन्यवाद. थँक्यू सो मच.